Hello, this is Azrael. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Hopefully you watching this video because you followed it from the last. In this video, we are going to be talking about divination. Um, this is an extensive topic, but for beginners, we're going to talk about two of the most basic forms of divination is so common it's even used by people who don't even practice witchcraft. The dowsing rods and the pendulum. A lot of people like myself, I prefer things like tarot cards, the Elder Futhark Viking rune, Norse runes, um, other things. I actually almost uh, like tea leaf reading more than I do like pendulums. However, pendulums they have their place, and it's basically a pendulum. And I have so many of them, but I never use them, and they're scattered about. So it's a weight on the end of a string that you hold. Uh, with me, and from what I've gathered with most people, and how energy flows usually for me, clockwise means yes, counterclockwise means no, side to side, either way means maybe or inconclusive. Uh, but for you, I mean, because I've seen people who have left means yes, the opposite, right? So for you, you would hold a pendulum uh, and just ask it which way is yes, and if it swings in whatever direction means yes, go with it until you uh, build up your technique because you're going to get a lot of false positives starting out, and that's just it because you're working with energy and you're learning to detect energy. This is one reason why the pendulums and the dowsing rods actually help you learn to detect energy, which is different than well, I mean, all forms of divination will help you detect energy and read the patterns of the energy. I'm just saying that as a beginner, these are the most basic, and these are the ones you should start off with instead of cards and so forth. Uh, the dowsing rods, which now I say rods as in plural, there is a dowsing rod, which of course usually looks like a Y, literally a stick that looks like a Y. Um, I don't like that one that much either. What I like is the dowsing rods. They're usually made out of copper, or you can even make them out of a uh, coat hanger. All right, they're equal in length, and they're shaped like an L, and you hold in your hands very lightly the smaller parts, and then the other two protrude. And again, they'll either cross or separate for yes or no for the detection. Um, Usually they cross. For me, when a spirit is present and it's a yes, it goes like that. If it's a no, they'll swing outwards. Um, Copper wire is probably the best in my opinion for this. Not copper wire. Well, it's copper wire, but not the little thin wire that you'd use on jewelry making. They're thick like a coat hanger wire. Any case, you should start with those with divination and see any witch that's worth their weight in witchiness should learn divination and more complex divination as you move along because like tarot cards. Like say if somebody wants me to cast a spell for them because uh, I get used the classic prosperity. All right, they're looking for a new job. The tarot cards will help me know uh, where to focus the energy at. Is there a person that's trying to get that job too that might be more qualified? So that's going to be a big obstacle. So I'll maybe cast a spell to send that person more job opportunities. So maybe they won't focus on the job that guy's looking at. So you know, basically divination, or somebody pisses you off and you think they need a good hex. Maybe you do a divination and you find out what you need to do to make it work more effective. Or you might learn that, sorry, this person might have did you wrong, but maybe you deserved what happened. So maybe this is how the universe is saying you get what you reap, deal with it, move on. Or maybe it'll tell you that, yeah, this guy's guilty, maybe he needs a little bit, but don't overdo it. So divination helps the spellcaster decide what kind of course of spell they should focus on. Because again, magic tends to be like water. It goes in the path of least resistance. um, so we have a friend that needed money, and they cast a ritual, and there was no there was no road for that magic to materialize. So something bad happened. Um, Her cat got out and got killed by the neighbor's dog. It didn't die instantly. They took it to the vet, and in order to keep the dog from being put down, because the dog was supposed to be in the fence and showed aggression, uh, the person paid the vet bill and restitution, which oddly enough was the exact amount that she needed. So maybe divination might have prevented that. Maybe, or being more specific while casting a spell could have also avoided that. But divination could tell you what you should do, and when you cast a spell, you can also detect how well it's going. If it's going to be successful, maybe you need to do another ritual. So divination, it's more than just talking about flipping cards and telling uh, the person who's paying you for their cards what they want to hear. So divination is very important. That's all I have to say about that. So start off with the pendulum and dowsing rods, and move from there. All right. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Thank you.